Do you think stuffed animals are kind of childish?
No, not at all. Actually, I'd like to have some on the sub, but it gets too damp. They can rot.
That's from the garden club. My rose, it placed first last year in the junior division.
You grow roses, like in a garden?
Thumbs are green. What do you think so far?
It feels really safe here.
That's just how I feel. Whenever I have a bad day, I always come here. It's my private place. I can hide from the rest of the world.
You have such an enchanted room. You live such an enchanted life. What could ever go wrong with you?
Well, sometimes things go wrong between JT and me, but then I just dive into bed. I pull the covers way up, sometimes over my head. And then I put all my stuffed animals around me, and I have a talk with them. Somehow, things always seem to be okay again.
Wish things were as easy with me.
I can't. I can't do it.
Sydney? Sydney? It's Mila. Sydney?
Callie! She seems to have disappeared into the cosmic framework. Huh. This is most strange. De Vraga. De Vraga! Pal!
De Vraga! Petro! Petro, Anouk! Anouk!
Don't know where I'm going. My head is feeling strange. My heart is beating overtime. My body's going through a radical change. I'm feeling new emotions. I can't turn back now. Standing at the crossroads. I'll get through somehow. Guess I gotta grow up. Oh, I gotta grow up. Gotta grow up sometime. Wanna find a way to grow up. Oh, I gotta grow up. Gotta grow up sometime. And I wanna have a say. Gotta grow up. Gotta grow up. Gotta grow up sometime. Yeah, gotta grow up.
Amir! Amir! De Vraga! Flo, Amir! Amir, Anouk! De Vraga! Petro! Flo! 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 Shakra! Shakra! Arviesk!
Oh. My first pair of toe shoes.
You dance?
Since I was 2 years old.
How'd you know to back then?
Well, my mother says I was pirouetting before I was walking.
How'd you know you wanted to be a dancer?
Well, my mother took me to the Christmas production of The Nutcracker, and she never thought I would sit still or be quiet long enough to sit through the whole thing.
But you did.
Of course. I was hypnotized. I cried at the end, and I said I wouldn't go home until my parents bought me a Nutcracker just like the one in the ballet.
Oh, wow. Can I hold it?
Of course.
Oh.
You know, I can still remember dancing around with it, pretending that I was the sugar plum fairy.
In my sub, there's not too much room to move around.
Yeah, but you're always going someplace. Must be so exciting.
You know what? Usually everywhere I go, they have a certain dance for that country. The one in Siam went like this.
That's so neat.
Yeah, you got it. And the Sufi dancers in Java, they dance like this.
You're good.
No, I kind of always wanted to be a tap dancer or take ballet classes or something.
Maybe you can come to a lesson with me sometime.
Oh, I'd really love it. And then afterwards you could, like, take a trip with us on the sub or something.
That'd be so great. You know, I always wanted to see where these came from. There. Now you'll feel right at home.
I do. And you know what? It's really the first time since I've been in Swans Crossing that I feel like I'm at home.
Really?
Yeah. And my dad told me that Swans Crossing would be a great place to live, but I never really knew what he meant until now.
Well, why didn't you know it before? I mean, you've been in Mila's room.
Yeah, but her room's a show place. I mean, this is a living space, you know?
I guess you'll be okay here for a week.
Oh, trust me, I'm going to be a lot more than okay.
There. All set.
Gloria, do you mind if I ask you a favor?
No, go ahead.
Do you mind if I pull down your shade?
Sure, anything.
Thanks.
Why? Is it too bright?
No, it's just that living on a sub, you don't sleep near windows too much. I kind of feel exposed.
Go ahead. Cover it up.
Fabian?
How do you know who he was?
I turn me loose, I say.
You want to go home?
No. It's my dad's theme song. Fabian sang it in the 50s. My dad still has his 45, and he treats it like a family heirloom. I guess you must like Fabian too, huh?
Not as much as some people around here.
Who?
Hey, why don't we do something that you never get a chance to do on a sub? How about cookies and lemonade on the porch?
Why not? Sounds like the perfect way to end a long, quiet summer night.
Come with me.
What?
I'll be right over.
Oh, Sydney, you won't believe what I've got to tell you about Billy Gunn.
It isn't good news, is it?
The best. But I'm not gonna tell you until I see you.
I can't wait.
When can you be here?
As soon as I tie up a few loose ends. I've got to go.
You're a real friend, Sydney.
Right. Forget it, Garrett. This is never going to work. Mila's too far gone. All she wants to do is talk about her new boyfriend.
You'll find a way to change the subject if you know what's good for you.
Stop it! Can't think when I'm nervous.
Ooh, am I making you nervous, Sydney?
Besides, you're the last person Mila wants to talk about.
Sydney, I know how much you love a challenge.
A challenge, not a lost cause.
Are you giving up?
You don't understand how much she likes Billy Gunn. It's a big thing.
When you put your mind to it, not even a wall stands in your way. Personal experience.
Stone wall in no man's land is easy. Love isn't. Personal experience.
You're wasting your time here.
Oh, now I have a time limit?
Let's put it this way. The sooner you get me and Mila back together, the better for you.
Then we'll call it even?
As even as it ever gets for us.
What's that?
Osage.
And what's he running around here like that for?
Beats me.
Yeah, weird kid. He's scared the living daylights out of me.
Some people think it is too much trouble to squeeze the lemons.
Yeah, but it makes all the difference.
Uh-huh. Here's another one. I keep finding these little bits of cotton all over the place.
Yeah, it's probably just a mockingbird building a nest.
Probably. Guess everybody needs a home.
Yeah, no matter where it is.
When you say home, what do you think of?
It's usually the place where my dad's at. What about you?
Wherever I can have cookies and lemonade.
What if you're in the Andes Mountains?
Right at home, as long as I have my chocolate chip cookies and my lemonade.
Is it something you've always had?
Ever since I was little. I used to get my stuffed animals and put them in chairs. We'd have little parties, you know.
Not really, but it sounds nice.
Then when I got older, Sandy and Nancy and Sydney would come over, and we'd have tea parties. We'd dress up and bring our dolls. And then JT and Garrett and all the guys would come over. They'd try to swipe cookies, and then they'd tease us.
It doesn't sound like much has changed.
No. Anyway, everyone still comes over for my lemonade parties. It's become part of what I am. Do you think it's silly?
No, not at all.
Simple?
But in a nice way, you know?
Did you ever do anything like that?
Well, I've been to high teas and ceremonial teas and stuff like that, but to tell you the truth, I've always wanted to have tea with the Mad Hatter.
Did you pretend a lot when you were little?
Yeah, who doesn't?
What characters did you think you were close to?
Guess it would have to be Alice in Wonderland.
I always pretended I was anyone who finally got the prince.
It doesn't sound like that's changed either.
No.
Such a quieter and simpler world up here.
Sasha!
Lord of the warriors.
This has been the worst night. Just got stuck in your elevator for 10 minutes.
That's because Owen keeps fooling around with the buttons.
Going down, lower level, withdrawals, departures, exits, and goodbyes.
Thanks for Vision and Polka Dot Pink.
I didn't get to listen to it.
Sydney, I'm in love.
You can't be.
He called me. I mean, he actually called me. I know you said that.
Mila, just calm down, relax.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
But I didn't do anything yet.
Sydney, it's all because of you.
What? What?
Let me start from the beginning.
Wherever.
Okay. Owen and I were sitting down here, and then you said, do you want to hear the new song? And I
Mila,
said,
maybe you should just start from the middle.
okay. The phone rings. It's Billy Gunn. Hello, love, he says. And Sydney, from there on, I totally lost it.
You did?
I started saying all this stupid stuff about snails and benefits.
Really stupid?
Well, then you saved me.
No.
But then you told me to act cool, but not too cool, remember?
I can be wrong sometimes.
Never. Not this time. I think he really likes me, Sydney. It worked.
What did?
He wants to come to Swans Crossing.
You didn't.
I did.
He's coming here?
Without your advice, I would have never had the nerve to say yes.
Billy Gunn is coming here?
In a couple of days. Isn't that amazing?
What am I going to do?
Well, help me, of course. Just like you've been doing.
But Mila...
Now, we need to make a plan on me meeting him without my mother finding out. And you're the only one that can help me, Sydney. I think I'm in love.
Oh, what a night. What a night. It was the night of the great Mamba Jumba. Secret confrontations, explosions, catastrophes, havoc.
Tell me about it.
Sasha, what were you doing? Are you okay?
Yes. I need to speak to you privately.
Well, you can talk to me while we're getting this cleaned up, okay?
Look, I will gladly give my whole being, body and soul, to this task if I can please have a few words alone with Callie. Please.
That's okay. I was getting tired anyway. This doesn't have anything to do with me, does it?
No, it deals with the great Mamba Jamba.
Good luck.
Oh, Callie, the moon was out. The tides were high, the air was charged, but little did I know that I was about to have a transcendental experience of the highest magnitude, revealing man's evil inclinations and waves of negative energy turning and tossing me into the 1,001 realms of existence.
Saja?
Yes.
Start over. Go slow. Use regular English. And no cosmic mamba jamba.
All right.
3 deep breaths. 1, 2, 3. Now.
All right. Okay. I decided to do a little detective work, so I went down to the docks to see if you wanted to come with. But your sub was gone, so I decided to wait a little while, and then I found myself leaning up against a guy pretending to be a docking post.
A what?
Stranger of darkness, a big, ferocious
Are you
beast
sure
of
it wasn't your imagination?
Look, my imagination wasn't chasing after me and yelling at me in strange tongues.
Well, what happened after that?
There I was, running, one with the night.
Saja!
What? Okay, all right. So, I decided to stay into the shadows, you know. I didn't want this human docking post to find me. So, I decided to take the back road from the docks to the tool and die shop, thinking, of course, that you would be there. And that's when I had the revelation, and I caught Barrick red-handed.
Doing what?
Well, obviously doing something that he shouldn't have been doing. I mean, the second he saw me, he threw down everything he was working on and jumped up. And then I think he started to chase me.
You think he started?
Well, it's hard to tell when you're trying to become one with the wind. A very strong wind.
Ah, Hurricane Saja.
Yes, the eye of the storm. The eye of the storm has seen the truth and proved you right. I have served you well, have I not?
I guess so, but let's go back over the story just in case.
I know I should not be contacting you, but I have extraordinary news. It appears we have a new agent here. I know only one thing right now. He is very fast runner. Do not worry. We will get to the girl before he does.